You're now listening to episode 6 of the Bachelor podcast. You might want to turn down your radio because I hear the theme music's kind of loud.
Welcome to the Bachelor podcast, a show about everything but nothing at the same time. Two guys that took jobs away from their families and living the Bachelor lifestyle.
All right, guys, my name is Landon, and I am accompanied by...
Hey, this is Dwayne. How's everyone doing tonight?
All right, what do you think about the switch up that we just did there?
I think it's good. It gives them what they're listening to right up, and you also give them a heads up. We've gotten some complaints about the music.
That theme music does come in kind of pretty loud and stuff, but
we just got to grab your attention. So,
all right, we're gonna start off this podcast just right. We're gonna actually play a game of Would You Rather. Now, this is a question that's very, close and dear to me. But would you rather be skinny and not be allowed to work out? Or would you rather be fat and you could work out all the time?
I'd rather be skinny.
I'd rather be fat. I really enjoy working out. Clearly, you do not enjoy working out.
Yeah, but it shows that I work out.
Look, from the shoulders up, I feel like it shows that I work out too. Just not on those groups that I actually work out on.
All right. I seen what you ate today.
Hey, this was your spot. You're the one that chose it, so.
But did you see what I ate?
What? You had breakfast.
You had 2 helpings of potatoes.
If you wouldn't have waited.
You had potatoes on potatoes.
No, I had mashed potatoes and french fries. Still does not count.
He was dipping his french fries in his mashed potatoes, folks.
I was dipping my french fries in my gravy. Anyways, so let's move on with this podcast. We're going to do a few updates. We actually developed I developed an outline as usual because I did all the show prep. But first off, we started 410s last week. How did that go for you?
It's different. It's nice having the 3 days off, but
3.
Yeah, I had 3 days off.
I think you took off Friday last week.
You're talking about the work schedule, not vacation.
Well, you only worked 3 days.
Folks, did he or did he not say, we started the 410s last week?
Well,
what did you think?
No, you started the 310s. I did too, as well. I was like, I went in there and I was like, yeah, these 10-hour days. I mean, I've worked more than 10-hour days, but it's something mental about the actual 10-hour day that really kind of...
I was already working 10-hour days, 5 days a week.
Yeah, but now you do you go in earlier, or did you change your hours at all?
No, I didn't change my hours at all.
Look, sometimes you just have to, switch it up, which is what I did. So I get up at 3:30 in the morning, and I go work out, and then I get there by 6. So
that's only when you're driving from your house to your place of work, not from the camper.
No, I still get up at 3:30 to go work out. I actually get up at 3 when I leave from my house, but either way, we're not arguing this whole podcast. So we have a little bit of other updates. Pretty much my weekend off, I went to a few softball games and stuff like that, and then I watched the crap out of YouTube videos all week long.
How many hours worth?
I think it was 16 hours, I think is what it said. So that was a lot of YouTube.
Pretty productive weekend.
It was all about research. Definitely want to put out some, just trying to make the podcast better. And I feel like we could do that with about $1,000. But the wife is totally against that.
So we're going to come up with a way to make the $1,000. Is that what you're saying?
Or I will just usually buy something if I want it. So that's, and, she yells a little bit and then it's done and over with. But either way, so definitely have a few purchases on some things that are coming up. But like I said, I did go to the Mizzou softball game. That was very interesting. I recorded everything on Snapchat. Did you see my snaps?
No, I did not see your snaps.
Oh, they were hilarious. Pretty much it was just bashing softball because I cannot stand softball. But
speaking of softball, something today concerning a certain little softball player that you might want to say something.
Huh? See, you're trying to throw me under the bus right now.
I'm
and
I'm the bus driver.
I love my children. Okay, so number one, she plays volleyball. The other one played softball.
Okay. Okay.
So, yes, it is my youngest Colby's birthday, and I did not forget what day her birthday was. I just did not realize today was October 24th.
Well, happy
So,
birthday anyway.
yeah, happy birthday, and I hope you enjoy Popeyes. And she's probably eating mashed potatoes too, because let's face it, she's my kid.
Well,
So,
it's her birthday. It's her day. She can do whatever she wants.
yeah, I mean, she does love her Popeyes. I don't know why, but other than that, I mean, I watched a movie, got half off, and on Amazon, so I figured I'd watch Ant-Man and Wasp. So uh, that was a pretty good movie. But what'd you do this weekend?
So my son's birthday, that I did not forget what day it was. On Friday, we went and he got his first rifle. It's a little 22 cricket. We went out to the firing range and shot all day. Then we took him to the theaters in Columbia, and he's used to these small
I was gonna say,
theaters.
did you take him to the theaters where you live at? Because I've been to the theater.
No, it's being renovated right now.
Well, the drive-in, is that even up anymore?
Yeah, it's still going.
That looked pretty cool. I mean, I haven't done a drive-in in a while.
So we went and watched the Goosebumps 2 movie, which is pretty good.
Was that your pick?
No, that was my bud's pick. That's what he wanted to do.
So,
And then Saturday was the actual. He had a bunch of friends over and spent the night. So a bunch of 8 and 9-year-olds running around.
I have a good would you rather. Would you rather have a whole bunch of those running around, or I have 2 daughters, so a whole bunch of 13-year-old girls running around?
I have a 13-year-old daughter, and there's plenty of times I've had 13-year-olds running around as well. So
They're really annoying. All of them. There's not one that is calm. And like, my kids for the most part are well behaved. You put them with a whole group of friends, they lose their minds. It's ridiculous.
yeah,
So,
yeah, mine, man, and you may. So that I thought about this weekend. So it was Sunday night, and I'm getting prepared to go to bed early because we got to get up early and travel down. And she gets some messages from a friend on social media. Excuse me, and he's struggling, having some issues, and he throws around the suicide word. Immediately she comes to us. Thankfully, we talk her through it. She's trying to communicate with him. We're trying to, get things out to some family members. But so I was glad that I was there that on a Monday to help, because some of the training we've gotten assists with that, and it's not the first time that I've had to, talk to someone that was having issues, and I don't have the answers. I just try to get them to people that they need to talk to, and so I got to thinking, I was there for that, but how much other stuff in this little over a year have I missed?
yeah,
Good or bad things.
There's definitely a lot of stuff that you miss. I mean, it's part of the job. Luckily, I say luckily, my family. I mean, I've been gone multiple times throughout the past 17 years that I've been working there, and I mean, multiple overseas trips and stuff like that. So it definitely does have an effect. But
well, how's your kids taking, like? I know they do certain sporting events, or the volleyball and gymnastics, or is one.
Yeah, they have a very similar personality to me. I mean, they really, once they hit something, they have a very addictive personality, and that's all they do.
Well, how do they take? Hey, Dad, are you going to be able to be at this event?
I mean, for the most part, we looked out with the volleyball. Volleyball's all going to be on Monday and stuff like that. So, but it's more of an academy type thing, so they don't really play too many games. And I mean, my oldest, she doesn't play any team sports right now. She is starting cheerleading, so I'll probably go to a few of those games. I mean, like, it's only a 2.5 hour drive, so probably catch most of those. And it's basketball, cheerleading, so it's not, I mean, there are some throughout the week, but I think mostly they play on Mondays and Thursdays and stuff like that. So
mine, they give me a lot of grief and about missing stuff, and you try to explain it. I'm just curious. We're not the only ones doing this. So if you're listening to this podcast and hey, this has worked for my family, or this is what we try to do, or maybe just ask a question and someone else may be able to answer it. But I just put that out to our, the folks that are listening to us, and maybe they got some ideas. I'm up for it. So
my family is very well about getting along without me. I hate to say that, but I mean, they've been doing it for so long. Plus, my dad's there to help out. So that also helps. I mean, he actually lives there and gets them ready and stuff like that. Because, I mean, my wife, she traveled a lot at her previous job as well. She would actually travel throughout the week.
Yeah, I mean, mine are used to it, but that don't mean they like it.
Oh, well.
So you're saying they're okay?
Maybe if I did more than watch YouTube at home, maybe I would be a little bit more interactive. Let's just face it, I'm probably not going to win Dad of the Year anytime soon. But, they don't hate me. So, I think I consider that winning. But either way, with all these with all this research I did and stuff like that, and I'm not really, to be honest, I did not start this podcast to even try to make any money, and it's still not even an interest. I enjoy doing it though. I was like talking, and they're like, yeah, well, you can do, sell stuff and stuff like that, or have a book and audio books and stuff like that. And I'm like, I could write a book, right? And we were talking about Bobby Bones' like self-help book, which was his second book that he wrote. The first one was an autobiography. I don't think that's the right way of saying it. Autobiograph. I don't know.
So what's this? What's the topic? Can you even talk about it yet?
Well, I was going to come up with a name.
Is this? Hold on. Is this breaking news? I mean, is this like? Have you talked to anybody about this before? Because you're getting ready to put this out.
I want to create a book from the perspective of a narcissist, and it's going to be a self-help book. And I did have a name for it. Apparently, I got that name because I'd heard the name before, and I didn't realize it, so I have to come up with a new name. We will not say what that name is right now, but it was something to the art of... I can't even remember what it was now. I'll have to Google it and put it up. But yeah, there's the book that I guess I pulled it off of it or something. It was like the subtle art of not giving
a beep.
Yeah, I really didn't realize that was a book name. I thought I was coming up with this fresh. I guess I heard it, but yeah, I Googled the title thinking, back in my mind, I was
You'd
like,
be original.
Yeah, maybe I am getting this from somewhere. So you definitely always have to fact check before you go off.
The subtle art of not giving a beep. Yeah, it's right there.
So, yeah. And then I was going to be like, the Narcissist's Guide to Self-Help. Drink water and move on. I think it was actually going to only be that phrase, and then the book was going to be over. But either way.
So when are you starting this new adventure?
Well, it depends. If I have to keep creating content for this podcast every week, and you have to depend on me to do this kind of stuff, I'm probably not going to have a lot of extra free time.
Well, first of all, what makes you think that I don't have an outline myself?
Huh? Are you writing a book too? Are we going to write?
I'm not writing a book. We're talking about the podcast and the content for the podcast. You're saying you can't write your book because you got to come up with content for the podcast.
Well, you said I'm doing that Monday, and I was like, I waited till what?
I didn't say I was going to send it to you.
You have to prep for the show, but either way, anyways, this podcast is getting a little bit off the charts there and stuff like that. But
so when are you starting this book?
I don't know. It was just the thought that came up. I was like, I can write a book. If Bobby can write a book, I can write a book.
All right, I'd read it. Are you gonna narrate it? Are you gonna do the audiobook? Are you gonna read it yourself?
Well, first, I gotta have at least 10 people to buy it, and then I might narrate.
All right, folks. We just start getting people that say they're gonna buy it.
New title, though. So new title's the biggest thing. So
you can start writing the book and then title it later.
But I feel like this is gonna be gold. But either way, so I do want to talk about different motivation techniques and stuff like that, because here lately, probably since the last 5 months that I've been here, 4 months, I think, give or take. Um, Motivation level is not very high. It probably has to adding an extra hour trip when I was driving about 20 minutes to work, and then now with the 10-hour days and stuff. But I just want to talk about like goal setting and motivation techniques and stuff like that. And to be honest, when I first started, my best job I ever had was probably the previous job that I came from, because when I first started there, they're like, oh, we're gonna have team building and stuff like that, and I mean, I'm like, yay, I don't, I just
What is that?
like, I mean, I was like, these people are weird. All
Are you
right.
talking about the job you just came from?
Yeah, the previous job when I first came there, and we were setting up tables. I remember this the very first day I was there, and there was this girl there that was so excited about this team building exercises, and I'm like, yeah, that's not me. And then they started getting into goal setting, and I did make fun of them for doing goal setting and stuff, but I did set some goals and stuff that it seemed to work out, and then I have, like I said, an addictive personality a little bit, so there was probably a couple of years ago, I would say there was over a year stint where I didn't miss more than 4 days the entire time at the gym. I mean, my whole life revolved around going to the gym every morning.
So what happened?
I moved into a camper and stuff like that. But Dad and I got lazy and stuff like fell. I mean, I still go to the gym, but I'm not doing the whole food and then the 70 30 or whatever, 80-20, whatever the split is between. I definitely got the working out, but
well, it's funny you say that. So when I left my job to come to this one, the first, I would probably say, I started in September of 2017. And you know how I was. I had a pretty good routine. I had it set up. I knew when I could get to the gym. It was, unless something work-wise or family-wise said, yeah, hey, you can't go work out because of this, that would be the only time I missed, right? Got down here, started away, new job, putting in 12 plus hours. All motivation from going to the gym was, nil. I had lost so much that I had gained. It was ridiculous. It took me 8, almost 9 months to come out of that funk. And I didn't come out of it until I felt comfortable in my job, in my new job. And that was when the switch. It was. I don't think it was anything that motivated me to get back in it. I mean, my wife, she's supportive with that. I have a lot of friends. I mean, like you and a few others that I talk to about working out. My sister-in-law, she's big into working out. I've talked to her about stuff, and I'd get a workout in here or there. It was crap, and it just clicked. Like, I got this other stuff under control. Now I can start focusing on me, and I think that's what it is. I put the job and what I had going on in front of my personal health, and it hurt. I mean, I was low. I mean,
yeah, I definitely summarize a few of those things that you heard. I did listen to everything you said. You did say you were my friend, so yep, we're friends. You heard it. It's on podcast. It's kind of like writing a book. All right, I have to write a book now.
Do you want to do karate in the garage?
Karate? Well, we don't have a lot of room in this camper, I will say. Definitely a lot smaller and stuff. But I definitely find just different things to motivate. I mean, it sounds stupid, but I will look on Instagram and just like go to like, I don't know, it's like before and after pictures. That's what I like doing. And I will scroll through those.
Ones that get me is the YouTube video, or not the YouTube, but the CrossFit Games videos that, after I watch all that, I'm like, oh my God, I'm ready to go do something.
Yeah, I mean, my wife used to make fun of me all the time because I'd watch bodybuilding videos right before I'd lift. And it would give you, motivation. The problem with doing it at night, right, watching them, you have all this motivation, and then you lay your head down to go to sleep, and then that's all you can think about. And then you're tired.
Oh, you're watching it before you go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just sitting on my phone. I ain't got nobody else to talk to, unless some random person comes and takes a shower in my camper last night.
Well, so last week I'm at the camper and my neighbor comes over and is like, "Hey, I had to turn your water off." I'm like, "Oh yeah," and like, "Are they shutting the water down?" No, you were leaking out of the faucet. Right where my hose connects it to the faucet. I'm like, well, crap, thanks. So I thought, well, it's just a washer. So it was Friday that I found that out. So I'm like, I'll take care of that when I'm back down on Tuesday. The water's turned off. It's not going to hurt anything. So I run down here Tuesday. We do some more research on the podcast equipment that we're using to upload, episodes. Run up. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock. No big deal. I'm just putting a washer in, putting it back in, and hook it all back up, and it still leaks like a sieve. I mean, I got nothing. I'm like, I got two options. One, I can shower in the morning at work. Or two, I can see if Pummel's hot water is still on and come down here and take a shower. So I chose option 2 because we did do a workout at the camper yesterday, which was, you will know.
Deadlifts. We started off warming up, and then we did 5 sets of 5.
Yep.
It was 5 sets of 5.
Except for my last, I did 1, and then.
I think I did 6 sets of 5.
You may have. Did 4 sets and 1. And I told you I was going to do 1. I told you I was going to do 1. And I told you I did 1. Maybe. I didn't feel it.
My back is broken.
Yeah. And I told you not to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You can do it. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I did it.
I know you did, but you're paying for it now.
No, I'm not. I just rode home with the heated seats on. I do
to loosen it up. Loosen up. But it was good. It was kind of a stress, to lift some heavy stuff. And at the same time, I was conducting a training meeting.
Did you see our 2 girlfriends come by in a golf cart?
Oh, yeah, they were waving.
They're like, oh, them boys are lifting. I mean, they got probably a good 30, 40 years on us, but, whatever.
Is that why they made 3 laps?
They did. I heard them backing up. I was like, oh, they're coming again, but what, But either way, I mean, those are a few things. I don't even know if I even mentioned what it was to motivate, but what I used to motivate. But a little bit, I guess.
Well, if you're going back to motivation, to me, it's once you got started, once you got a weekend, that was motivation, and it just kept building. I think if you get a little bit of consistency, and you go so early, though, I mean, I would hate it. Doing that stuff at 3:30 in the morning to go work a 10-hour day, plus you got a 2-hour commute round trip.
I find it easier, though, because if something does come up in the evening, then I'm already done.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I do work out before I'm actually scheduled to be at work, so I don't really get that hour in on that time, so it's usually afterwards. So I'll either I do a pretty good job about leaving at the same time. I mean, but I mean, all in all, I don't know. I find it pretty enjoying and stuff, but.
Well, I'm going to flip it up or switch it up a little bit. So, yesterday, to go with my water hose incident, I had an important appointment yesterday that I had to go to for work, and involved taking some pictures. So I had everything ready. I got some news that some people were coming, so I didn't want to stay because if I stayed, I may miss my appointment. I didn't want to get caught up talking to them. So I left out a little bit early, gathered all my stuff, got to where I was going. I had some stuff to pick up, picked it up. Okay, I'm ready for my appointment. Start grabbing my stuff, close the door, start walking to the building. I forgot my pants.
Where were your pants?
They were back in the office.
Did you? So I know what kind of photos you were taking. It was for work.
Yeah,
it was an official photo and stuff.
So I had to go borrow somebody else's pants to take this picture.
I didn't know if you Donald Ducked it. Do you know what Donald Ducking is?
I know, but he wouldn't let me do that. So.
Oh, Well, I guess it is kind of a full body shot, so you
Yeah.
probably could.
Well, it's 2 inches of the pants,
Yeah.
so it had to happen that way. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm an idiot.
Well, at least you didn't forget the
Idiot.
top because the pants are pretty much,
I
for
did have my black socks and shoes. I was hoping it would just roll with it and see what happened, but no, luckily I was able to score an extra pair of pants.
I still feel like you should have Donald Ducked it. For those of you that don't know what Donald Ducking it is, basically it's Donald Duck and you don't wear any pants. So I always joked when I took this new job, I'm kind of the only one there for right now. And they're like, "Are you gonna Donald Duck it? Just wear the top part of your or your outfit, and then not." And
like a news anchor.
Yeah, there's too many visitors there, so that definitely wouldn't work. But either way, so we're definitely moving along here. I don't know how much more we want to go into this.
We got some more stuff.
Really quick, did you do any look at any movies and stuff like that that's coming out by the end of December?
Yeah, I got actually I just got one movie that I want to see before or end of the year, and it's during Halloween, but I'm not going to get a chance to watch it in the theaters before Halloween.
Is it Goosebumps too?
I've already seen that. Check that one off the list.
Okay.
Halloween.
Yeah, I don't watch
the new Halloween movie.
Nope.
I have always enjoyed watching Halloween, the original. I didn't,
that's gonna happen.
The other ones are kind of, I don't know. I didn't really care for them. The last one, I think it's Halloween 4, where they're at the school. That one was all right, but this Halloween it looks good. And I've never seen Rob Zombie did one, and he reinvented the first one, I believe, and I've not watched that one either. But this new one that's coming out looks good.
Yeah, it's got that main, or is it Jodie Foster, or is that who it is, or no? I don't know. It's got. I heard that it still had the
original.
The original.
Yeah, she was in Alien as well. A couple other big movies.
Alien.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sigourney Weaver.
No, I'm not good with it. I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah. So I've got more than one.
All right.
So we're just gonna go through these pretty quickly. Bigger is a very niche, and it's only showed in like a few theaters. I'm hoping it comes out on a streaming service. It's pretty much the story of Joe Weider, who created Olympia and stuff like that. Creed 2, I do like.
Oh, that's I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Not a spoiler alert, but he's fighting Drago's son in it, so
yeah.
I'm pretty stoked.
That's gonna be a good one. I like the first Creed.
Yeah. No, it was good, and I do like that character. I mean, he was good in Black Panther and stuff like that. Another manly show, Fantastic Beast, which is 2, which is the spin or the second or whatever of the Harry Potter.
I am so glad you brought up manly.
What? Oh, okay.
So I had to take a poll with car guys.
Did you ask your wife and your kids?
No, guys that are into cars.
Who? UP?
He's not into cars, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't use the term. So a couple episodes back, and I believe on your Snapchat, you called your car pretty.
It is pretty.
And you're a car guy, and it's pretty. And so I asked, I'm like, well, how would you, describe a nice car to some of these guys? And not one of them said pretty.
Did you bring up pretty as an option?
Afterwards, I asked, would you ever call your car pretty? And they looked at me like I had slapped them in the face.
Okay, I said I like cars. I'm not a car guy. I would take it to go get it fixed. So I do want to clarify that I am by no means like work on cars and stuff like that. I like to buy pretty cars and drive them.
You're so terrible.
But either way, back to the movies here before we run out of time and stuff like that. Aquaman, I definitely want to put in more on the like the whole DC. I don't know. I'm a big Jason Momoa fan and stuff. Bumblebee, I think it's actually placed in the 70s or something like that, where Bumblebee from Transformers was on there. And then, of course, and I was scrolling through IMDb and stuff like that, but Holmes and Watson, and it's got 2 of my favorite. Do you know who's playing in Holmes and Watson?
No.
Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
Oh my God.
The people from Step Brothers and stuff like that, Talladega Nights, all those. So those are definitely some movies that I'm looking forward to that actually are airing before the end of the year and stuff. But do you want to add to or move? Do you want to try to move on to the next one or not? Because I feel like we would definitely have.
Yeah, we'll save that little gem for next time. So stay tuned.
Yeah, for favorite Netflix shows. And I want to put a disclaimer. It has to be like a Netflix show. It has to be known for being on Netflix. It can't be like, oh, Gotham that's on Fox, you know?
Okay. No, that's fair enough.
How many times did I say, you know? Where'd you
count? Bunch.
You know? Either way, you ready to end this thing?
Yeah. So thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, share. We're on Instagram at the Geo Bachelors, and we're on several different medias.
I feel like you don't have my notes because I wrote them all down here. Either way,
iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spotify, Player FM, Google Play.
Stuff off.
Ready out.
All right. So either way, yeah. Now you pulled it out. So either way, also comment. I don't know if you said comment, but we are on iTunes. YouTube, we got the YouTubes all running up. Well, I got the YouTubes all running up. So we're up to episode 5 on YouTube, which is uploading right now. And then did a few changes. Of course, the trailer's on there. It was a beautiful trailer. What did you think about it?
I got some compliments on it.
Oh, yeah?
Some guys said, "Hey, that's pretty cool," and I thought, well, he just put it in a system. It wasn't that big of a deal. Doesn't matter.
Either way, I thought it was pretty funny and stuff. But yeah, I used iMovie. But either way, I feel like we should probably do some music outro because this ready go. Oh, by the way, guys, I have a little surprise on you or on the video on episode 5 if you'd like to listen to that. That Dwayne does not know about. I just pointed out, and it looks like I'm going to have to do it again this episode as well. So watch it to find out. We need more views. I deleted all the other videos, so we have to review these and stuff. But ready? Out. Oh, shit. God, Jesus. There we go. There we go.